This is Delamint with Tropical Nomad TV. Let me know if you can hear me. Alright, so I'm just waiting for persons to join. And again, this is Delamint from Tropical Nomad TV. So today we will be discussing how to make money online, as in how to get started. You know the process, getting your mind in the right place to get started. You know it go already. You know what, more time you have work for people and them thing there. It's like you feel like you're a slave. But you see when you do it for yourself, you know, say a year thing, so you just go hard. You just go hard and done one time, you know. Every day you throw everything at it. Hold on, who there? Who in the room, yes, sir? In the room, make sure you type a comment so I can see what I go on. And see who in my place. You know. This is a one person there. Who that? State your name or forever hold your peace. Who that the right, yes, sir? You want to say me think me know who? Yeah, let me see what I go on, boy, yes, sir. Let me see what I go on over here on my laptop there. You know, so that connect up on the phone. Let me see what I go on. Let me see who in our place. Cause I say one person in the building, and about them not talk. So I don't know who, but it I say one person watching. So you don't know, so once you jump in, and if you click like on the live, you know what I mean? Anyway, so see if you're gonna do this, you need a few things. You need the internet, of course, and you know, say it with the start talk one. So you know, say that is a given. And you need to make sure say your internet fast and your internet stable. You need a bank account. Or whoever there, so whoever want make money online, them have a bank account. Me not think nobody a go look for no come sending the money and them thing there. Or if you no plan for swim go somewhere across the world for go collect on a pay, you can explore that option there too. But me think the best way have to make sure say you have a bank account. So that are two things. Let me see. What else do you need as a person who want make money online? By the way, a person who want make money online, why they call them like a digital nomad? You know, a nomad is a person who just go anywhere and do anything, anytime them feel like. Well, that's my definition. See, they can check the dictionary for something else. But so you know when we say tropical nomad, because I'm living at the tropics, we say tropical nomads. I live in the tropics and I'm a digital nomad. So you get it? Anyway, so as I say, you need bank account, you need internet, you need a phone, and most importantly, you need a laptop. This is probably the most important item. Because of course there are things that you cannot do using your phone. Technically it's just not possible. There are certain browsers, there are certain plugins that do not work on your phone, or even if it works on your phone, it has limited capability because the mobile browser is different from the full desktop browser. And I won't get into the technical details of that. Maybe sometime in the future in a different video and a different topic, we will get into that. But just take it for it is. You need a laptop. Let me see what else you need. Of course, you need stable electricity, and I hope you all have that. If you don't, go and find it. And speaking of electricity, you know there are certain places in the world that the electricity is not 100% stable. So you might want to consider having some sort of backup. However, you choose to have that backup, or you can easily move from one place to another. So if you're mobile, you can easily just get in your car, go to another place, or if you have a neighbor that you can, yeah. So you need that. And you need your mind to be in the right place so that when you whenever you have work or anything you have to do. I mean, at the end of the day, even although you're working for someone, it's really for yourself. So it's not like you're going to a workplace and someone is paying you while you're doing this. You dictate how much you get, you dictate the hours you work, and also your rate of pay, like how much you get per hour and so on. Let me see. So this, so we have two persons here. Who is the next person? I have one comment. Let me see. How many likes do I have? I'm not even sure how many likes. Yeah, so I got 2 likes. I have one comment. Who is the other person? The other person need to, speak now. Who is that? Anyway, so while I wait on that other party to comment, got any questions yet? Anything you want to find out? You can just send it over in the comment section and I will definitely address it. Also, almost any job you can do in real life. I mean, internet is also real life, but you know what I mean when I say real life. Anything you can do in real life, you can also do it on the internet. So that is another thing you might want to consider. So, if you typically work in a bank in your place, guess what? You can find a bank job, just, on the various websites, banks and these other financial institutions, they might post a job. If you normally work in technology, you find a job like that. If you do social media, you find stuff like that. So, and guess what? All of this makes it easier. You can do this from home, from in your bed. Just imagine instead of you putting on all sorts of clothes, driving in traffic, and the stresses of going out, you can just do this from the comfort of your bed inside your room. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, I gotta get up and prepare lunch or I gotta buy lunch and so on. You can just be at home and enjoy home while enjoy getting paid at the same time. And when you're doing this, you're not restricted by your local economy. Sometimes it's like you might live in a place where you don't, like, based on your economy, you don't make as much money as you would want. But while you're here, you can find a job from a company or a person who lives in one of the highest or one of the higher paying economies. And in that case, you can ask for more. So let's say in where you are located, you're making the typical salaries, let's say it's like $5. And when I say dollars, I'm referring to US dollars. So let's say the typical salary is $5 per hour. But you could go online and you could maybe get a job doing the same type of job, but you get now you're getting paid like $15 per hour. So that's a lot more, or even 10. So so right there. So if it's $10, of course you're doubling your pay. And if it's 15, of course, you're tripling your pay. So you know how that goes. So anyway, so this person, let me see, who is this in my this person here made a comment. I see it's Otavia. Otavia, do you have any questions? So I'm waiting for Otavia to tell me if she has any questions. Who else is here? Wait. No, I see my friend from over in the east. Wagwan. Say something in our life, man. I want to, me see say you're there, So tell me something. I remember use the initial AT, Wagwan. AT, say something. Me know say you're there. I know that you're here, so say something. By the way, AT, I haven't been here in a while, but guess what? I am back and it's in full effect. See it? Yeah, man. Natural life. Wagwan. It's great to see you. So, what's going on in your part of the world? You know, matter of fact, I need to. How do I do this? Hmm. Natural life, I am gonna make you into a moderator. Otavia too. Yeah, man. So yeah, so my two moderators are here. So anyway, so natural life. Do you have any questions about what I said earlier? Anyway, in the meantime, while I wait on natural life to, say whatever she has on her mind, or if she has any questions or comments, the next thing you need, if you're gonna do this, you need to, have your digital assets up. Well, not necessarily digital assets, but there are things that you need online. Okay, cool, no problem. That is great. So while here, you need things like, well, other than your bank account, of course, I would recommend that you have a PayPal account. You also need to have antivirus, because of course, there are bad actors online trying to steal your information, log into your account, do all type of nefarious activity that can harmfully, that can be harmful to your online presence. So you want to consider that. So what are the natural life? What upon the menu? What kind of food they are prepare? You need to send me some of that in the car right now. I consume some food. I mean, know say, the name natural life, so be a natural food they have over here side. My part of the world are one bag of fast food and bag of unhealthy things. So yeah, would I consume some natural food right now? What's on the menu? Anyway, while I wait for natural life to tell me what she consume, or maybe when she come back, she share some. But me go on and talk. So anyway, so as I say, you need your antivirus so you can keep your thing them safe. And speaking of safe, you see your whatever account you use online, whether your email, your social media, anything, you need to ensure that you're the only one who have access to it. So you don't allow people to log into your devices nor your account. So, don't have anyone saying, "Oh, lend me this, now lend me that." No, if you want one of them, go sign up. You understand? Because most of these things, when you sign up, it's for free. So just make people deal with them thing themselves. Do not share your passwords and so on. So you know it go. You don't know that security thing they go. So I just have to, before I get into the details of how you can really do this, and note, as I said earlier, you have all type of jobs that you can do online. But other than just jobs like to work for people, of course you can do YouTube, just like you can see me here doing right now. And you guys already know how YouTube works. So I mean, I need to tell you about that. So that I want other that I want next thing you can do. If you have certain type of skills like say graphic design, or web design, or even social media, even you get a matter of fact, you can even get in paid being a moderator for some channels. Well, not me, I reach from them levels there to can, but you have some people who pay for them thing there. And if your social media is big enough, you have people that will pay you, or companies that will pay you to promote their products. So that is another thing. So you want to build your following and keep your content clean, so that brands or persons will have no problem with you, being a brand ambassador for them. So that's another thing that you might want to consider. Octavia, I'm gonna hear you say nothing. You have no Octavia, what go on? I'm say you're there, what you did it? But me tell me say here, I'm say you're still there. Don't see Octavia say nothing. Octavia, all right, you see it? Octavia jump in right there's some. No questions yet. Really? So you tell me, say you understand everything what me say so far? All right. So when me drop another thing. So if you're looking to, all right, so we just talk about some entrepreneurship. Guys, so we are go from place to place, all over, so we talk about entrepreneurship. But now we're going back to the working world, like working online, of course. So, all right, you see, so far so good. Me like that. Anyway, so if you're gonna work online, I mean there are many sites that you can do this on, but we can tell you a few of the popular ones. You have freelancer.com, you have fiverr.com, you have upwork.com, you have guru, and a few others. But I'll stop at that for now. In a later live, when I'm going into details about those, I'll tell you exactly how to do it, how much you can earn, and all of them details. But speaking of those places, when you're online, especially when you're dealing with your earnings, just like how you would take your Facebook or your Instagram profile seriously. I mean, you're taking a picture and you want to get the perfect angle, and you want the caption to be perfect. You need to take this seriously too, because this is what will allow you to get paid. I mean, there are persons who get paid using Facebook and Instagram and so on, but on average, most persons don't. So if you're not getting paid for Instagram and Facebook and these other places, why would you put so much effort into that and you're not putting as much effort into what you will be doing that will help you to get paid and allow you to, if you want to say, live the life? So consider that. Make sure that you put all type of effort into that. You're writing anything, make sure the grammar is up to date. And by the way, when you're doing this type of thing, you're in competition with the world. So whatever you do, it has to be world class. Don't feel intimidated. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, but you need to consider that while you're doing this, it's you're in competition with persons in different parts of the world, different education levels, and so on. So in order to give yourself an advantage, you need to always be at your best. And if your best is not good enough at a certain point, you might want to, you know don't give up, just regroup and come again. Like how some elder would have said, wheel and come again. Yeah, that's something there, them old people they would have said that thing. So that, yeah, man. So just fix up and get it right the next time. You understand? And you always have another chance. So if you apply for a job and you don't get it, you just do it, you just come again. And by the way, as we said, this is what life is all about the place. I mean, as I said, this is the first one in the series, so we were just getting started, nothing too heavy, just some simple stuff. So you will be able to, you know, get yourself get yourself ready. Whenever you have work to do, always be professional. Also, don't take any jobs that you know that you can't manage. So if a client decide to hire you, ensure that this job is something that you can do. And if you know you can't do it, don't take the job. It's not always about the money. And even if it's all about the money, think about money in the future, not just about the money right now. Also, you need to make sure you always communicate clearly with your client. And I mentioned client. Client is just the person or the company who you're working for. So always be clear communication with them. Um, be proactive. So if for any reason you see that you will not be able to attend work on a certain day or you're not able to meet a certain deadline, you want to make sure that you communicate that clearly with your client. Generally, they are very understanding. I mean, the type of things that they will not tolerate is, from my experience, of course, is you agreeing or promising that you will get a certain thing done on a certain date or you will be at a certain place on a certain date or time, and you don't show up and there is no communication. So you want to, make sure that you have that done. Try to, on all occasions, try to over deliver. Don't, and also don't leave anything up to chance. Oh, speaking of, not leaving anything up to chance, remember, from our location, we know how utilities are in our location. So, for example, I think like internet, as I mentioned earlier, internet is such an important factor in what we do as digital nomads. So, other than your internet at your home, you need to always have some backup internet, and you can have that in the form of hotspot. So your hotspot need to always be up and running on your phone. So if for any reason your wired internet is not working, you can simply jump over to your hotspot and the thing should be up and running, until your home internet is, because I mean the clients typically will not tolerate you telling them, oh, my internet was down. I mean, yeah, you can tell them that for a few minutes. That's from you jumping from one connection to another, but not for an entire day. So for that reason, you need to always have data on your phone. Even if you think you're not going to use it, always have it. So that's another thing to consider. Natural life, what going on with the food? I wonder what kind of food Althea dealing over this. But anyway, while I wait and Althea for bring some more food come, go on talking in the meantime. Alright, so as I say, whole heap of things to talk about. Yeah, lots of stuff to talk about over here. So speaking of getting paid, I mentioned bank account, I mentioned PayPal. There's another thing called Payoneer. That's a payment platform that they issue debit card. The last time I checked, it was a MasterCard. They issue this prepaid card so you can get paid from your different clients. Not sure about the entire process of doing it. I mean, I did that a while back, so I'm not sure of the exact details, but it's Payoneer. That's PAYONEER.com. So, you just go on that website, you can sign up, but I think it works best when you sign up through a company. So, for example, let's say, I'm not sure if YouTube provides this, but let's say you're a YouTuber and you're going to get paid. If you sign up for Payoneer through YouTube or whichever other platform, typically the rates you get it would be less. So, like when you use the ATM, it would charge you less than if you had just gone on Payoneer and signed up directly. So you can also consider that factor too. So think about that. Uh, Next thing, when you have when you're doing anything online, try to always be fair. So don't try to trick anyone. Don't try to just always be fair and upright in whatever you're doing. So if you have work to do, do it. Do not have someone else log in. Do not have someone else doing your job, and so on. You make sure that you do it yourself. I've seen so many instances where persons have lost their account because they allowed other persons to plug in and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen that, but that's not something good to do, because at the end of the day, this is something that you're going to be Unless unless you're just gonna be into this for some quick money, like, oh yeah, me just I do this for make a money until next week or until whenever. But you are ultimately responsible for anything that takes place on your account. You see it? Yeah, man. See Octavia agreed to that till it get to the point where she even I get religious. She I say, hey man, you see it? Me tell her, yeah man, a real thing, man. So whenever you're watching this live, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it sometime, when it gets reposted, whenever you're watching it, yeah, just always remember that you are responsible for anything that happens on your account. And no, it's not only about you are possibly not making any money. There are things that can happen online that can have you um should I well responsible. You might then find yourself in legal issues, which I won't even get into on this live. So for that reason, be careful. You only you are responsible for what you do. You can't say this person did it or that person did it. You're the one who use your device, your your account, your login credentials, your IP address, and so on. And don't think that you can hide. There are lots of ways where there are lots of ways how you can be found. As I said, the IP address, the MAC ID, and other things. That so it doesn't matter if you decide that, oh, I'm gonna use an incognito browser. You cannot hide using that. And there are other things. I mean, it doesn't matter. You cannot hide. And also, even if you think you're smart enough to try to, okay, yeah, I'm going to use another device. So, how are you going to explain your device, your known device, always being pinged beside the what you might want to call the burner device? Every location you are in, that device is always beside yours. Ever consider that. But as I said, I'm not going to get into the technical details on this live. In the future, on another live, when we're speaking specifically to that, at that point we can discuss that. But for now, we're introduction to making your money online, getting paid, keeping safe, and having fun at the same time. And by the way, being a digital nomad, and as we say, it's tropical nomad. You're free to go anywhere you want. All right, Tavia, big up, big up, whole heap of thumbs up to you. You know. So what kind of food I cook over there? As me here earlier, me here say food I prepare, So what's being prepared? Because right now, see it, baga. Wait there. That look like is a mm, more some of that. Send me some of that. Right. A matter of fact, me a dry. Oh, my car key there. Wait. See me there. Hey, me can't find my car key, Oh, go on. Yo, me can't find my car key. Me can't find my car. Yeah. Oh, all right. Me I go look for my car key and drive come for some right now. How long it will take me? About 2 hours? Not no, a night now. So faster. When we are the road. What? Hold on. So the whole I wanna have food and me not have none. No send me some of that right now. Man, don't know move so. Me I share all kind of information you do now, then I share the food. Nah, man, you no care do them thing. Now watch it. Watch there. Eh. You see what I go on this all? What I go on with this? Yo. Just know say when I pull up and come for my food, make sure somebody when there. I will tell me about KFC. Me no want that. When me You know what? When I talk nothing about the people that company, but me no feel no none of that right now. Normal, home cooked food. Yeah, tell me. Anyway, so yeah, as me say, while you know make me hungry, so my mind gone all over the place. But as me say, you see, being a digital nomad, and as in my case, a tropical nomad, you can go anywhere and do your thing. Just imagine, say, you can dip on vacation and still I get paid. How would you like that? Doesn't that sound like something that is great to do? Just imagine you're checking a hotel and you're up on the balcony and overlook the property, or overlook the sea, or you're up on the beach side and you're there up on your laptop and you get paid at the same time, you know? Or you just take a drive out and go somewhere nice and relax and of course somewhere safe, of course, and you take out your laptop and go and do some work, or you pull over on the side of the road and deal with a few tickets and touch back the road again. I mean, there are so many things to do. It's like this is something that's nice. And by the way, I have been doing this since 2012. And I will get into the story of how I started doing this in 2012. But 2000, so I started this from a while back. I mean, at that time, things were very different. I mean, right now, many more persons are doing it, and many more persons are fully aware of how things work. But I can tell you that this has given me many opportunities, which I will tell you people about going forward. I mean, it has allowed me to travel to places that I never thought I would have seen, which, as I say, I will tell you in in some lives going forward. Flying to the other side of the world, and like literally the next side of the world, flying for 11 hours and 12 hours, and but that is another story for another day. You're out there. So weird. So you're one of them people that where I go. So you go just stuck inside. You know what? Can't bother with the road, yeah, man. Lucky in. That's how I thought when I just started. Yo, I'm gonna have to go up on the road, but you see, no time boredom start kicking. You'll be like, yo, can't bother, can't bother look for my house, look on them four wall, they look on the same furniture, them, going in your living room, same thing. I say, yo, road it is. So you just night, yeah. All right. Speaking of night, if you like working at the night, you can just try find a client who is located on the other side. I mean, you can still find one that's located on our side of the world, probably somewhere in the US or Canada, or so on. But you can also find a client who is on the other side of the world, maybe somewhere like let's say in Asia, or maybe in Australia, one of those places that is daytime right now. So yeah, in Australia, I think it's like what is it might be about 10, maybe about 10. Yeah, no, actually, it's not even 10. Yeah, maybe it's about 10 a.m. right now, I think. I'm not sure. So if I'm wrong with that, yeah, fine. But yeah, so you can just find a client located on the other side of the world. So although it's daytime for them, it's normal office hours for them. So see that you love working in the night, it's so you'll be comfortable. So you'll have the days to be free to do whatever you want. Well, I would sleep though, but so you have the day to do whatever you want freely, of course, and at night you can just check in, get your work done. So, you also have Europe that is 8 or 7 hours ahead, depending on the time of year. Or you have the UK, which is kind of part of Europe in a way. They are either 6 or 5 hours ahead. So you can get a job somewhere there and so on. And yeah, that is great. So you get to, communicate and have friends in different parts of the world while you, Octavia, the night owl, I don't want to call you a vampire, but the night owl, get to enjoy working at night. And you get to, you know, get acquainted with new people from new places. So that would be something that is great for you. So Octavia, what about outside why you don't want to go outside that much? What are you scared of? Let me hear what Octavia say. What Octavia gonna tell me sir right now? Alright, you see while me wait for Octavia to tell me that, let me see how long me there for? I don't even know. No. Nice, clean, fresh air outside and people and animals and things and trees, places outside. You can go out, I'm sure you don't have a beach in your house. Wife. Ah, that sound like it's a perfect West recipe for put on all kind of weight. Don't let me tell you about that one there, but left that one there alone for now. Everybody if you stay inside too much and bag of food and weight I got put on, and you got tend to sit down and watch all type of things on TV and relax and eat all type of them comfort food there and thing there, a bag of chips and fast food and them sitting there. Lock in. By the time you check 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, that hard for lose, them time there. You got have to go outside, so you might want to consider that. But anyway, in the meantime, the first point I do is to get cracking, making some making some money, you know. And while online the possibilities are endless in terms of yes, we're other you see that KFC are your favorite place to the a matter of fact, you come like you need to become a YouTuber and start promote KFC. Tell them to sponsor you. Yeah man, couple personal KFC ad for your page. Yeah man, that sound like a something we can go on for your TV. Natural life where you deal with. You see it? Natural earlier I say natural life say no KFC. mm. Well, I guess, when you just start out, all of that will be nice. But after a while, you're gonna wanna go outside and, get some fresh air. You know what I mean? As me say, even if you can drive go on river, sit down on a river, sit down on a river stone with your laptop and go and do some work. You know how nice that would be. That is such a remarkable feeling, feeling that I cannot even describe. I imagine you're up on the beach, a drink a jelly coconut. You're up on the beach, I drink a jelly coconut and you have your laptop right there. So, matter of fact, check out the Tropical Nomad logo. Where you see the Tropical Nomad right there, so I do. Same, so the Tropical Nomad living. So, if you try it, try it and see how nice it feel. You don't have no, more time you're there in the office and some people there, you're not even too want to see them. Some people who are you might not be very fond of. We're not gonna use the unpleasant words over here. Some of some people who are not your favorite persons in the world, they in your office and yeah. While you do this, if you encounter none of that man, you're just out and about, free like a bird in the tree, like a true nomad. You're out there on your laptop, you bring your laptop, but anyway, you do your thing. Yeah, man, but one thing living in this part of the world that I realize that it's not well, this part is not really fun where I don't know many persons who do this type of thing. So I can't get so I don't so my colleagues are on the other side of the world, so I can't get to link up with my colleagues as often as I would want. I mean, you can do it virtually, of course, like on some sort of Zoom or whatever other platform that allows you to have video meetings, but like in person, that's not something that I get to do often. So I kind of miss that. But other than that, I'm free. So, and at the end of the day, we're all looking to regain our freedom. I mean, we were born free. So why do we want to be confined to being stuck to a workplace? Because imagine 24 hours in the day, you work for 8, so you have 16 left. And traveling to, let's say you're going to work and going traffic and so on, it might take you 2 3 hours to get to work and another 2 3 hours to get back home. So 4 to 6 hours more. So 8 and 4, that's 12. So that's half of the day spent work related. Well, it could even be more because I said it's 2 to 3. So if it's not 12, it's 4. It's 14 hours, 12 to 14 hours spent work related, and you take another 8 hours to sleep. So 12 and 8, that's 20. 20 out of 24. So you have 4 hours left for yourself. What kind of life is that? But or if it's not 20 hours, it's 20, it would be, let me see, 22 hours if it's 14. So as I said, it's 12 to 14 spent work related between work, actually working and traveling and commuting to or from work. And so that means you have between 2 and 4 hours for your personal time. That's not good. I mean, that sounds like you're a slave. And I do not want to be a slave. I'm not signing up to be a slave. I was born to be free. So I took my freedom from being a freelancer. You get it? Freelancer, freedom. So that's that's what it is. So that's one of my motivating factors to tell me that you have to do this. You have to keep this going because at the end of the day, I do not want to be stuck in someone's office doing something that I probably don't like doing, sitting in traffic. I mean, instead of sitting in traffic, I could be at home, I could be out, I could be, I could just go anywhere I feel like I want. And that is the mindset you need to have. So every time you try to do this, if for any reason you're feeling discouraged, just remember you're running towards your freedom. Just think of how it was during slavery, where you see it, the pot natural life. You see it. Let me tell you, I'm a tough. When I go for my car, I'm gonna look for my car key. Because I'm there upon the life. Why me know? Me I look for car key last man. Got my car key never last. I mean, I go find it still. You're going to soon see me come knock on your door. Cause we need some other food. I mean, I understand when natural life I deal with it. And man, let's see what I got. Yeah, that shrimp and I cook. I can't see no shrimp icon over here, so I don't even know what it is. All type of different food me I see right there, so. But I know say hungriness I take place, right? Tropical Nomad TV, I tell you say I'm hungry. So you see what I go on? All sort of food. A matter of fact, the next time I go do a live, I go make sure it's a natural life provide me with some food. Like, I can't have me on live or eat. I can't have me on live or talk out my belly. And when I have nothing to eat, and when they're there, show off with food, shrimp and all sort of thing. What is this? I'll tell you the next one over there, I tell me about KFC. I wish say she a cook again. Curry chicken and what say she a cook. I'm gonna scroll up on this and see what she a say. Curry chicken and dumpling. No, sir. Una go on, man. Fry You see it? Shrimp and fry plantain. That natural life I did. No, what? I like how una go on. Next time I come, I make sure my plate full the next time. No worry on yourself, man. If that not go on, I just come knock on natural life door. I make natural life know say, you have to go share some of your food with me, right away. Anyway, so on the thing gonna get enough information for the night or do want to find out something more? You have any questions you want me telling us anything else for the night? Cause you know we're gonna check in tomorrow at them time that we're going on some of the real things them to tell you exactly how you can how you can get this done. Right now, just the mindset, as I tell you, don't be a slave. Just be ready for anything. Be ready and know say no matter what happens, you're going to you're going to you're going to keep pushing and get it to work. You're not going to ever be locked in because we're fighting for our freedom. Become a nomad and be free. Become a freelancer and be free. Regain your freedom. Tropical Nomad TV. I am out. Delamint. And I'm checking out, out, out. And this is where I end the live. How me end this? How me do this? Alright, so it asks me if I want to stop streaming, and that's what I'm gonna do right here. Tropical Nomad TV with Delamint.